Okay, so welcome to the studio, everyone. It's very quiet in here, no one's here right now, and so I've taken a bit of a break since doing the self-portraits, the self-portrait challenge, and I've just been taking some time to refill the creative well. Saw some friends on the weekend, so I'm still recovering from that. I'm a bit tired because I'm not used to late nights, but that video, very short and sweet, 2 minutes, is on my vlog channel. And so I've been thinking about using these pens for some time. I've used them once or twice before just as markers, just as good quality markers. But I've been watching other people really layer up their artwork, so I'm just going to have a play around with it. Don't know what I'm going to create, but I wanted to just have a sort of doodle and just let my mind wander. And I'm now on YouTube, so I thought I'd take you guys with me. So let's get going. Let's not talk for any longer than we need to and get straight into the artwork. I've still had that creative feeling to really want to create something, but on the flip side to that, I've been quite tired from socialising and from the other art projects and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm not running at full cylinders, and so I probably sound a little bit sleepy in the way I'm doing this video and the way I filmed it. So bear with me, and this image is no different. It kind of started taking shape towards the end, but yeah, I struggle to layer these alcohol markers up to begin with, and I don't think I got any further ahead. It's amazing what those who know what they're doing with these particular pens can do so much amazing blending, and I definitely was nowhere near that on this attempt. However, I did have a lot of fun with these pens, and the way I use them, I think, tends to be more blocks of colour and then going in with a pen at the end, which is exactly what I ended up doing. So wait for the end result, and I just couldn't get these little blotches to blend properly, although I quite like the effect in the end. And yeah, just a really great afternoon, just trying out some new pens. And what's good about these is they're much more accessible than paint, so I don't have to bring a lot of things. So I'm thinking this would be good for my sketchbooks now and again when I just want a bit of colour and immediacy that you don't always get with paint. And always fun to try something new, which is what's great about these videos, just trying out a new medium and recording it and just showing the process of trying something new for the very first time, being a beginner again. And so for this particular portrait, the proportions are slightly off, well, quite a lot off, but I end up just using them and going in a more stylised direction. So the eyes are perhaps a little bit too close together, and I do move one of them at the end just to balance it up, which becomes this trippy, free-eyed portrait, which actually I quite like. And yeah, I'm just playing around with the proportion and making it my own, because quite often I will interpret the reference in a particular way and that becomes my style. And I've learnt to not worry about that, because there's so many who can do representational, which I also love, but I just have to focus on what I'm good at and just really pushing that kind of freedom. And it's just the way my brain works, and I often warp and distort the reference or what I'm looking at, but it's still a memory, and I just love the energy that I end up putting within them. Because there was a time when I went around the Louvre in France, in Paris, and I felt like all the artwork in that building were not living and just very frozen in time. And I much preferred the more modern art that was alive and had sparkles in the eyes, and yeah, just seemed like it was a part of the artist rather than this perfect artwork that had no life to it. The biro, the ballpoint pen, is one of those tools that is very underrated, and there's some artists out there who can do some amazing realism with them, which again, realism isn't the pinnacle of all art, but it just goes to show that any tool that you use, it's the skill that brings that across. And I think with this one, the biro really helped this piece just to have a bit of stylization to it and a bit of juxtaposition and movement. Okay, so that's it. I haven't done a lot, but I don't particularly like markers. I just wanted to see if it's good to layer up. I was going to have a little doodle anyway, so thought I'd bring you along with me. And the layering and the blending, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how. I'll put a link in the description of the videos I've seen that are awesome and who use these pens in a completely different way. So yeah, fun to use. I don't know if they're my go-to. I'll probably be using paint pens in preference of these, but good to try them out. I like trying new materials out. I've had these lying around for a while, so yeah, good to try, make a little video, and thought I'd bring you all along with me. So of course I will see you in the next video.